What's up, guys? Switch Whisper here. We got a bit of Hiroshima on our hands. It's a Switch Lite. I don't know who worked on this, but as you can see, we definitely have some shorts going on here. Some bridging, some burnt flux. I mean, this is gross. This is pretty gross. But we're just gonna install a new one. Just gonna move this out a bit. Maybe we can get the board holder out for this one. Maybe not. Maybe not. So we'll just use the weight instead. Now we're just going to start by taking it off. This will help melt all this really bad flux so I can clean it off. I prefer to cover the battery connector on this one actually as well, but I think we'll be able to get this off before we melt that thing. Just gonna keep an eye on it. Here we go. Oh, no. This thing is stuck on there. I do not want to pull on this because I could possibly rip those pads underneath. I'll just have to heat this area some more. Not much we can do about that. Kind of crazy how much I'm heating and it's still not listening. There we go. Okay, good. All our pads are okay. Whew, that makes me happy. Now I really want to clean up quickly here before this stuff burns on even more. See, and that's why you guys see me cleaning all the time, clean, so that you don't end up with this burnt mess. See, there's some on there that's just right burnt to it now, which is horrible. Now we're gonna have to scrape. Wow, this is just disgusting. And this is another reason I use the VS, because this stuff smells, it smells like the tacky stuff. What is that stuff? I don't even have any of it, I don't think, because I don't use it. Oh, gotta be careful, because it's on there, but I don't want to scratch like I did right there. Okay, let's just do some more cleaning. I think that's about as good as we're gonna get it, really. I don't think we can go for cosmetics with this one. Just gonna have to accept that. But I do want some extra heat on here, just to help wick. And I'm actually going to cover that after I do the wicking. Let's put some flux down so it's not a dry wick. Pretty good. See if we can get one of these pads as well. No. Definitely not enough heat in that area yet. Just give it a little more heat, and I want to do a little low melt. I don't know what the person used before me, but we're gonna make sure We got some low melt in here. Okay. Just trying to bring my hose a little closer. It's good. Let's get these. Tons of heat. And it's still not enough. Yeah, it's definitely not hot enough at all. Let's just blast it down. Actually, I'm going to cover that with a Kapton tape first. I don't mind using the bigger tape so that we can cover a bit of this as well, right? I mean, it's not fully shielded, but it's better than nothing. If we could ideally maybe get it more of on an angle here, and then just tuck the tape sort of like that. I mean, it's probably going to lift as soon as heat touches it, but again, you're just doing as much preventative measures as you can. You're never going to be perfect. Let's see if we can just... I just don't want to interfere. Once we're doing the soldering later, this looks all clean. I don't want this really bad burnt flux to interfere with the soldering that I'm doing. Look at that mess, wow. Unreal. We're going to put some more on after. We're just using that just to detect when our heat's really hot. I'm going to see that stuff smoke off. And that'll tell me when I'm up to temperature, so to speak. And get some, just a little bit more low melt in that one. Oh yeah, there's my tape. Yeah, it's a little frustrating working on these ones, not gonna lie. Just everything's kind of bunched up right together here. And we even have this big heat sink right to the above it and right to the left. And then we got, you know, plastics we can mount to the right and up to the right. And it's just, it's a little crazy. But it's something we haven't done before. To be honest, it's less common that someone spends this much money. I don't know who is spending over $100 on a Switch Lite for repairs. You know, I mean, you could save yourself a lot of money just paying for that Switch Online subscription, and all your stuff is backed up online. I don't understand what the meaning of not backing up is, but I guess some people aren't as aware of that, or don't want to spend a couple dollars a month to make sure that their stuff is backed up. and that if they break their switch, they don't lose it. Alright, there we go. So now, as you can see, once we have enough heat, it's not a problem to do the wick. We want it clean now. And that's okay. Let's get this piece of tape out of here because it's not going to do anything for us now. What you can do is you can wrap it around the whole thing. I mean, if you really care, you could always just manage your heat accordingly, and then you don't have to care. Right, as long as your heat's not pointing at that plastic and it's not too hot that the side sort of air that's attracting to it is not too hot, you should be fine. But either way, this you know, this looks like a pretty good starting point at least. And with this one I'm not doing any testing because it was pretty clear the Hiroshima that was caused by the previous repair attempt is what had done what was most of the damage. But who knows once we put this on, if we have to do an M92, if we gotta do a P13. Actually, this one might not have the P13, now that I think about it. Yeah, look at this. Q-tip's doing nothing to that. Stuff's solid. I mainly don't want it to mix or be like a bulge there that makes it so the charge connector is not flush with the board. But I think we'll be okay. Let's do that. And let's get our connector. These are surprisingly twice the price as well. So it's kind of wild. Lowers your margin a little bit, but these little connectors, twice the price of the one for just the regular switch. It's got a little bit of downward play, but that's okay. And let's just get a little bit of pressure. Oh. This is where we want to make sure we get the middle of the connector good enough, but not melt that battery connector. Again, I'm not sure what they used, but I'm using a normal leaded solder. This should give us enough rigidity, you know, enough resistance, but not have to take quite those high temperatures. So So it looks like that's about good. A couple seconds more. And we'll leave it at that. Wait for them to stop looking so shiny. And now we're going to test. Pretty solid all the way. Really good. Okay, so now we still have some heat. Let's get those legs real quick. I'm just going to go for the danger point first. It's good. I'm getting top first just because that's where your heat's going to dissipate the quickest. And these lower ones will always flow through easy. Now it doesn't look pretty, but that's not what we're going for. We're going for works. It works. So they're not going to open up their switch and look inside and get concerned with it. Flip it. Oh no. We get some cleaning to do on this side. Try a new lo-fi playlist. My last one kept giving me copyright, and I couldn't be bothered to pay attention to what time it was copywriting, so I figured I'll just try another one. Still pretty disgusting, but it's better than before. Yeah, still pretty gross. But I got most of it. Yeah, this stuff's on there really hard, so I'm pushing very hard just to get it. And I don't want to scratch the board, so I'm not gonna do too much of this. Just try to clean this major stuff. Like, I really don't want the person to, whoever opens this next, to say that I'm a donkey. So it's generally why I try to clean it as much as possible. Okay, so now let's get these filled up. And then we'll put it together, test it, and do something else on the next video. This is good. the one thing you don't want to get flux in these usually. That's what I try to stay away from these completely. Because if you do, it can cause you issues with your sideboard or display or whatever it is. I think that one's a sideboard though. This looks okay. Okay, let's test it. Back to sending hints. Elon Musk. He's cranking the Doge. Okay. Okay, let's put this. Just a quick check. I like to just plug it in to my amp meter like this and see what I'm seeing. 0.1. That looks about right. But I'd rather know for sure. Yeah, now that I'm looking at this, it's as if so much heat was applied to this guy. You can actually see in the camera there. Let's see if we can bring it. See how it's a little crooked? A little bit too much heat applied to that guy. We shouldn't really be seeing these top pads. Oh my god, this one's the most annoying one. Is the digitizer flex on this one. That was actually fairly quick. Normally takes me 5 tries. It also looks like this cable is kind of messed with. The fan flex. There we go. Okay. I guess this one's a little frustrating too. There we go. Alright. So let's test this guy out. Battery logo. That's good. Question is it just so dead? No. Seen the Nintendo for a second there. Okay, let's grab a good battery. Could be the battery's just dead. More likely it's the battery because it was 0.28 amps and we normally see 0.47 if it's the charging circuit. 0.29 seems very low, so it's more than likely the battery's depleted. There we go. So we got the switch logo. Now let's test. We have charging, 1.15 amps, perfect. This is what we like to see. And we'll do something on the next video. Thanks for tuning in.